Does your church have a consistent outreach that fills a specific need? What's your and? Well, you say, we spread the gospel message. That's what we do. That's the need we're filling. For starters, I think that's amazing, but I think Christ left a method for us that we can all learn from. In Matthew 9:35, the Bible says, Jesus went through all the towns and villages, teaching in the synagogues and announcing the good news about the kingdom. And he healed every kind of disease and illness. There's an important and in there. Jesus shared the good news, and he healed. He shared the gospel message, and he helped those with profound personal struggles. Let me share a story. Not long after my wife and I were married, we needed to move into a new apartment. We were young, in love, and had very little resources and even less cash. Definitely not enough resources to hire professional movers. Some kind members in our church let us borrow their trailer. Another let us borrow their truck. And our pastor at the time came down for over half a day and helped us move. We didn't even ask for help. He just volunteered. He saw that we had an unmet need, and he personally did what he could to fill it. I still remember it 15 years later. Wow. I'll never forget a colleague of mine shared this saying with me a long time ago. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. After our pastor volunteered to help us, how much more open do you think we were to hear, listen, digest, take to heart what he shared? Was it more before he helped us, or was it more after he helped us? I think the answer is pretty obvious, don't you? It's not enough to have the knowledge. People first need to know that you care. We've had the chance to work with a number of churches, and it's amazing to see the impact when a church zeroes in on filling a specific need. I saw one church realize that there were a lot of folks that they knew who had children, and they thought to themselves, why don't we give the parents a break? In their words, a time out, so they can have a few well-deserved moments for themselves. So they opened up and invited their parents to drop off their kids to the gymnasium to eat dinner, play games, while they took some much-needed time for themselves. Well, do you think that church spent thousands in marketing dollars to advertise this event? No. They told a few people, they posted it in their bulletin, they made a simple announcement or two, and then an amazing thing happened. It went viral. On a small scale, of course. The people that heard about it told their friends, and their friends told their friends, and on, and guess what happened? When the time came, that entire gymnasium was filled with kids. This is a hallmark trait to know that you're actually filling a need. It's easy to get people to participate. You don't have to spend thousands advertising it. People with needs come and they participate. And the next time you have a special outreach to fill their spiritual need, the chances of them actually participating are astronomically higher. So, how do you go about finding a need? For it to work, I think you need two things. The first is a true personal need, and there are a million of them. Just take a look around. And if you need some ideas, there's been a lot of research in this area. The most famous coming from Maslow's theory that human beings have a set of 5 basic needs: physiological, safety, love, esteem, self-actualization. There have been a lot of research since that point that can go much deeper into this area than I ever could. I suggest that you take a look around. I'll wager that in 30 minutes you could generate a list a mile long. Here are a few examples that I mentioned in a previous video. Food banks, health ministries, serving homeless in the community, personal finance education, home maintenance classes, help for single mothers. The list just goes on and on. It's just a matter of finding a need that you have that's unmet in your community. The second ingredient is that you have to have passion inside your church to solve that need. It only takes one person to have that passion. Success leads to more success. Others will join, but you need a spark. Sure, there are many more things that you need to help this ministry scale, but these are the essential initial building blocks. I have no doubt that you're sharing the gospel message. And I'm genuinely curious. What's your and? Please post in the comments. I'd love to learn. In later posts, we'll discuss ways to build and reinforce your community's gut feeling about your church. Make sure you don't miss those future updates by subscribing. And if we can be of help, we'd love to work directly with your church. Just contact us and let's have a conversation. Until next time, this is Chris Dellen with Rethinking Evangelism.